Hey guys, so today I'm doing a huge Revolution try on. Before we get into any of the products, I just want to apologise because I'm still waiting for my microphone to be re-delivered. Let's get into the video. So I'm going to do my eyes first, so I'm going to scoot you in a minute. So I am going to be using the Revolution, the Emily Edit the Once palette. I also have the Needs palette. I did have the Soph palette. I just have a huge collection of eyeshadow palettes, and it just wasn't one I was gravitating towards because I had a lot of the other shades in a lot of other palettes. It's nothing bad towards Soph because I have a couple of her other products in here. If you don't have a huge eyeshadow palette collection, that palette's great. It has loads and loads and loads of shades. Originally, I wasn't going to buy this because like pastel-y almost shades. They weren't calling my name. There were so many people saying amazing things about this palette that I had to try it. So it is huge. This is the Needs palette. This is the same size as the Soph palette. You can see how much bigger compared to the Needs. You can see that the eyeshadow pans are a lot bigger on the Once than the Needs. Super, super affordable. I think it was about £15 for all of these shades. That is a freaking bargain. So I'm gonna do my eyes with this. I should have got bold. That green, wow. Use primer. So Revolution had a couple of separate companies, but they have like I Heart Makeup, which I've tried out so many of their chocolate bar palettes. I've recently again donated those because I have so many palettes. I don't need them all. I also have, I think this is a new brand of theirs, Makeup Obsession. I've tried out a couple of their things. This is the Game Set Matte Mattifying Primer. Nice simple packaging. I was in Blue Water recently and Makeup Obsession actually had their own display kind of thing. Blue Water, best super drug I've ever seen in my life. I do feel like this is a little bit slidey. It's not my favourite. You get 28 millilitres, so you get a decent amount of product. I like how slim the bottle is. I feel like my Wet n Wild matte primer, I can't remember the name of it, I'll put a picture of it here. I feel like that just does more for me than this one does. This feels quite silicone-y. Similar to this Smashbox primer, if you've ever tried that. Something I'm surprised about when I looked back was that this foundation has never been in a favourites video. I was using it over and over and over and over and over again and realising, oh my god, I don't want to run out. It's affordable. You can just buy a new one. I don't know what my brain was thinking. This is the Revolution Conceal and Define. They have recently come out with a hydrating one, which I won't be buying because I have oily skin. But this is a full coverage foundation. It comes with a huge doe foot. I'm in the shade F1, I believe, and I think it matches me quite well. I prefer using a brush to a sponge with this because I feel like it makes the foundation just go a lot farther. Blends in really, really nicely. The only thing I don't like about this foundation is that doe foot. Now, I've heard a lot of people say bad things about doe foots because of the amount of bacteria, and I completely understand, like, I get that, like, if you think about it. Putting it on this part where you've got so many pores and dirt. The reason I don't like it, if you're not careful pulling this out, if you are aggressive or in a rush and you just like that, because so much has to congregate on the doe foot itself, when you pull this out, you can get it on your clothes. I don't love using this doe foot. I wish it came in a pump, to be honest. But I still love this foundation. It's one of my favourite foundations. So I've got this to kind of a medium to full coverage. Still sort of see some of my acne scarring, the rest of my skin. And it's a really good shade match. But I wasn't originally going to try this. This is a big version of the Conceal and Define Concealer, which everyone raved about. I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest. Like, I have mine in the shade C1. I did go through one of these and I bought another one. I think it's bad. It has a nice big doe foot, which I like. What is going on with that piece of hair? Seriously. I like how much you can put on all at once. I don't think it's full coverage. I don't think it's as good as Tarte Shape Tape. I don't think it's as good as a number of other concealers I have. I prefer the L'Oreal More Than Concealer, to be honest. It's nice and brightening and it goes well with this foundation. I think it's just a little bit too luminous for me. You can already see it kind of creasing. This concealer isn't for me. I'm going to set that with an old favourite. This is the Revolution Lace Baking Powder. I had the Ghost Finish Baking Powder and wow, that was like flashback city. I hate this packaging though. This stupid little cap. And there's nothing for you to like dip your brush into or anything like that. Like, I love the product, but this freaking packaging sucks. It used to be a really, really big favourite. I'm going to use a new favourite contour palette. So this is by Roxi. This is a collaboration. Is that dirt? You know it's a loved palette when it's dirty. She came out with a ton of contour shades and then highlights. I'm just going to use the contours today. I'm going to use this nice cool tone contour shade. I'm not sure how well it will work on deep skin. There are some really nice deep shades in there. Look how nice that blends out. Really amazing contour palette and highlight palette. I've been using these highlights mixed together a lot recently and I really, really do enjoy them. So congratulations to Roxi, really amazing work. She's got a nice shadow palette, but just have so many. So now I'm going to use the Elementally the Needs palette. I talked about this a lot last year because I was travelling to and from Malaysia. I used to take this on the plane with me. I swear I'm about to hit pan on Courage. This is one of my favourite bronzer shades. Just a really nice warm bronzer, blends so nicely. I don't know if Makeup Revolution has brushes. I know they had those double-ended ones, but they just seemed really expensive. You need to look, this bronzer blends itself. Before I go in with this gorgeous warm blush, I'm going to use a highlighter palette that was a collaboration with Soph. Also known as Soph Does Nails. This is one of the most gorgeous highlighter palettes I have in my collection. I still gravitate towards it. I still love using it. These two are my favourite shades. I sometimes use these as like bronzer toppers. I don't gravitate towards these ones. I'm not into like purple. If I liked pink blush, I would definitely use this as like a blush topper. Mix all of these together. Put it up to being really reflective. If you just wanted like a little bit, you could definitely do that. Gorgeous highlighting palette. I've decluttered so much stuff recently and this stayed in my collection. I'm just going to go back to the Needs palette. I'm just going to try and dip my brush into Joy. It's one of my favourite blushes. So pretty. Like, it's such a nice warm shade. So before we move into brows, I then have the Makeup Obsession Matte Fix. I used to have a setting spray from Makeup Revolution. Illuminating spray, I'll put a picture of it here. The nozzle was so like aggressive that I didn't like using it. It also, because it was illuminating spray, didn't obviously prolong my makeup. It just wasn't for me. So I was really excited to try out this Makeup Obsession Matte Fix. This is a mattifying fixing spray. This spray on this, so aggressive. There are so many affordable setting sprays that have better nozzles than this. These always have some sort of scent, some sort of like ever so slight sweet scent. It's unnecessary. Doesn't need to be in there. I don't particularly like it. Something that I do absolutely freaking love from Makeup Obsession is the Brow Goals pencil. It's double-ended. It obviously has a spoolie on one end and the brow pencil on the other. This is actually pretty small, triangular shaped. Because it's so like small, you can get nice thin strokes. It's still really, really pigmented. One of the things I haven't really been loving about triangular brow products, my eyes are so wet from that spray, is that you can't be really precise at the front. It's really nice and thin. I actually had to stop using this because I thought I'm gonna run out before I even get to film this. But this makes it nice and quick and easy. Something I wanted to mention is that this part, the barrel, is pretty heavy. It feels luxe. It feels like a nice luxe pencil. Bought this brow tint thinking it was something like this, with a brow mascara kind of thing. That's not what this is. This is actually to tint your brows. I opened it and I was like, huh? And I re-looked at the package before after. This kind of scares me, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I'll try it out in another video. If you guys are interested in seeing a dedicated video for this, let me know in a comment. Okay, so I'm just going to put some of this collection Incredibrow in through my brows just to sort of highlight the hairs. If you want to see my thoughts on some collection products, subscribe. We'll be doing a review very soon on collection as well. Very similar to this. I'm just going to quickly finish up the lower lash line. I'm just going to sort of smoke out this brown shade and then blend it out with these two. The name isn't on here. Renaissance Flick. So this has a really nice felt tip to it. Really nice and black. It's really nice and easy to use. Pretty good. That was so effortless. The problem is getting them symmetrical. This is a really nice, easy liner to use, really full of pigment. I have no problem whatsoever with that. I'm just going to curl my lashes. Do you clean eyelash curlers? I've never cleaned one before. So someone a while ago, and I apologise I haven't got around to it recently, someone asked me to test the waterproof version of the Revolution Mascara against the original. See how they kind of compare. I do love that this has water droplet kind of things all over the top part of the tube. This is just the original Revolution Mascara. Now in general, I don't love this mascara. It goops up a lot of like product, and I saw Jeffree Star talk about this recently and I was like, yes, I agree. The wand is really nice, really big to my eye. A subscriber asked me to do it, so I am going to do it. Whoa. The brush is completely different. I've literally never even opened this. The first time I've opened this mascara. Look at these mascara ones. Like, this one's a lot more like spiky. So this is like a natural bristle one. The waterproof one is a plastic bristle. The bristles are further apart, and then this one's like, it almost looks the same as the Damn Girl Lash like mascara from Too Faced. Oh, they're so different. I honestly thought they would look exactly the same. It's going to be interesting. So I'm going to put the waterproof on this side. I will say I'm not going to build this up too much because I feel like sometimes I go in hard normally with mascaras. And if I do that with this one, like the original, it gets really clumpy really fast. So I'm not going to do that with this. Also, when this is dried out ever so slightly, I prefer the formula. Yeah, see now I can see I'm kind of grouping, so I'm going to stop. This is one coat. See how it's kind of grouping those? Hate when mascaras group. Let's go in with a second coat. I will do the bottom lash line in a sec. So this is definitely kind of grouping the lashes together. This one, they look nice and separated. Oh, they look so much better on that side. I mean, it's your personal preference as well, so. I loved the look of the liquid lipsticks that Makeup Revolution do. It's just that I have so many liquid lipsticks. But these were on sale when I was getting the Makeup Obsession stuff. And I've been wanting to try these for a long, long time. And obviously I have tried them since getting them. And these are the Soph collaboration lipsticks. I did get all three. It's a deep one. I literally opened it, looked at it and was like, that's not a shade I'm going to probably use ever. So I've put it aside for a future giveaway. It has Sophx like stamped inside the lipstick. I thought it was so nice. Before I swatch these, just a quick update. This is still shiny. This is not a matte liner. Cake here and Syrup here. Cake is a little bit more warm toned than I personally like to use. They're also really, really moisturizing lipsticks. And because of the point, you don't need a lip liner. They have a lot of pigment to them, a nice like moisturizing feel. They're not going to last through food or drink. I'm going to have to reapply it, but I think they're really, really stunning. I am going to wear this makeup throughout the rest of the day so that you can see how it fares, if the foundation sort of creases or goes into my fine lines. Same with my concealer. and especially the mascaras, as somebody specifically asked for that. I'll do a couple of check-ins just to see how it kind of wears. I'll see you very soon. Hi guys, so it's been about 3.5 hours since I applied my makeup. I've reapplied the lipstick. So this is what the foundation just in like these areas. You can really see my pores. Recently I've been using sort of pore filling powders like my Thrive Cosmetics one. It's been 3 hours and I don't feel greasy, so that's one of the things I love about this. Whether it's the foundation or the lace powder, I don't know. Lashes, looking pretty similar. The curl is staying on both, no issues with either of those. Hey guys, so this is my last check-in. It is 8:45, but I'm starting to look oily. It's taken a long time. It's rubbed off my nose because I blow my nose a lot. The liner hasn't faded at all. It's faded a tiny bit in my inner corner on this side, but that happens with every single liner I try. I never can put eyeliner all the way down, like to this part of my eye. It fades constantly. The mascaras, I actually think the waterproof one has drooped just a little bit. They both still look really good. Yeah, my under eyes look pretty smooth. But I do think that the original lasts better, like keeps my lashes higher for longer, which is strange. A waterproof one should do better, really. What do you guys think? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you feel like it. I would really appreciate it. I noticed that my videos aren't coming in the recommended feed, so if you really do want to see them, make sure you hit the bell icon so that you're notified when I upload. I do try to upload every Tuesday, Friday and Sunday, so I hope to see you all in the next video. Bye!